Hi, my name is Jesse Griffith.
And I'm Sarah Griffith, and this is the story of how we came to know Jesus. Before I met Jesus, I was a crazy overachiever. I wanted to do everything. I wanted to have the career, the kids, the family. Underneath all of that, though, I was terribly anxious and horribly depressed, and I was on 4 different medications trying to just function in a normal day.
My life was very different before I knew Jesus. I was actually brought up in the church. I would say I knew about Jesus but did not know him personally. I thought my life was perfect as it was. I had the well-paying job, I had the big house, we had the 2 kids, and I had an amazing wife.
Jesus caught my heart in the season when I was running out of ideas to try to fix myself. I had a friend named Autumn who invited me to church, and in that season I was so desperate for something to help me that I decided I might as well give church a try. During a sermon, the pastor said, if you don't have a soft place to land and you feel like you are taking care of everything, it's because you don't know Jesus. In that moment, something broke in my heart. I literally thought life from that moment on was going to be nothing but easy street. However, when God comes into your life, he wants every aspect of our life. And there were several areas of our life that did not reflect the Lord. And within the first year, our life got completely turned upside down.
For me, Jesus did not really draw me toward him so much as he jerked me back from a ledge I didn't even realize I was standing on. Sarah found out that I still was suffering from an addiction to pornography, and in her confrontation, she accused me of having a false faith, which was true, but I aggressively denied it. We got in a huge fight, which unfortunately resulted in having a physical altercation with my wife. And after that was over, she left the house, went to stay with a friend, and I was sure that I would never see her again.
That was a really hard season for both of us.
I will never forget having to tell our kids that their father was going to have to go live with someone else for a while.
I'd actually made an appointment to see a divorce attorney. And when I was on my way to that appointment, I heard God say to me, what if I can change him like I changed you? And I didn't go to the appointment.
When Sarah and I separated, I moved in with a friend from church. I was encouraged to read my Bible and talk to God. I went on for 2.5 months like that, reading the Bible, talking to God, trying to interact with Sarah and our kids as much as she would let me. And it got to a point where I ran out of questions to ask him, and I ran out of reasons to give him that I should be forgiven and allowed to go back to my family. And it was in that silence I said, okay, God, I'm done, and I'm yours. And I called Sarah, and I kind of explained to her what had happened. And I said, I think I just got saved. And that time, without even asking, she said, okay, you can come home now. During the time God was restoring us as individuals and new believers, he was also restoring our marriage. And in that, we had to learn to allow for God to work as he willed at his own pace in each of us, which was a little different for her than it was for me.
Today we are still learning how to follow Jesus as a married couple and parents. For me, I'm learning that I don't have to do anything for God. that he loves me just because he created me and saved me. The crazy thing to try to understand is that as he transforms me, he's going to use my desires, my drive, my zeal for his good purposes, and I can just trust that he's leading me.
I have experienced freedom from my addiction and from my anger. What God is teaching me today is that he will never abandon me, regardless of any circumstance that I may find myself or our marriage or our kids in. God will always be there. He has promised to redeem me and give me a place in his kingdom. And the less of myself that I put into my role as a husband, my role as a father, and the more of God that I put in there, the closer I am to seeing that promise fulfilled.